同学们好，今天我们来学习第53课 Lesson 53 An Interesting Climate。 在这一课当中 Jim 将和 Hans 谈论英国的气候。 Jim is going to talk with Hans about the climate in England。 好，让我们一起来看课文，请你回答这样一个问题。 What is the favorite subject of conversation in England？ 在英国，人们最喜欢谈论的话题是什么？
Where do you come from? I come from England. What's the climate like in your country? It's mild, but it's not always pleasant. The weather's often cold in the north and windy in the east. It's often wet in the west and sometimes warm in the south. Which seasons do you like best? I like spring and summer. The days are long and the nights are short. The sun rises early and sets late. I don't like autumn and winter. The days are short and the nights are long. The sun rises late and sets early. Our climate is not very good, but it's certainly interesting. It's our favorite subject of conversation.
好，看完课文之后，请回答这个问题。What is the favorite subject of conversation in England? The weather. 由于英国的天气总是变化无常，所以它是人们最喜欢谈论的话题。好，下面我们一起来看本课的关键词和词组，请跟我读。Keywords and expressions: East, West, South, North。在课文的第二段，这4个单词的首字母都是大写的，用来特指英国的东部、西部、南部和北部。Mild, season, rise, set, interesting, subject。 subject 这个词还可以指我们在学校里学习的科目。Conversation。 好，一起来看本课中的主要语言点。What's the climate like in your country? It's mild, but it's not always pleasant. 你们国家的气候怎么样？气候很温和，但不总是宜人的。我们从第25课开始，就请大家对课文的内容进行复述，也就是用你自己的话来讲述课文中的小故事。那么这一段话应该怎么样来做复述呢？ The climate is mild in England. Sometimes it's pleasant. Sometimes it isn't. 英国的气候很温和，有时候宜人，有时候不宜人。用这2个句子来解释这个句子。好，来看下面的内容。Which seasons do you like best? I like spring and summer. 你最喜欢的季节有哪些？我喜欢春季和夏季。请大家注意，春季 spring 和夏季 summer 的前面都没有加冠词。那么如果你想说在春季、在夏季，就可以直接说 in spring or in summer。在这句当中有 like best， 意思是最喜欢的。来看一个例句 ：My daughter likes pop music best。我女儿最喜欢流行音乐。那么，为什么 Jim 最喜欢春季和夏季呢？原因是这样的 ：The days are long and the nights are short。白天长而夜晚短。The sun rises early and sets late。太阳升起得很早，而落下得很晚。在下一段当中 ，Jim 说明了他不喜欢秋季和冬季的原因。请不要看书，我们模仿这3个句子来表达它的意思。I don't like autumn and winter. The days are short and the nights are long. The sun rises late and sets early. 怎么样？你学得很快吧？在这句话当中 ，early 和 late 都是副词， 分别修饰前面的动词 rise 和 set。那么 early 和 late 都可以做形容词。比如说 You are early today. 你今天来得很早啊。Don't be late for school. 上学别迟到了。在说明了英国的各个地区和四季的气候特点之后， Jim 做了这样的总结 Our climate is not very good, but it's certainly interesting. It's our favorite subject of conversation. 我们的气候不是太好，但是它却是非常的有趣，它是最受欢迎的话题。在学习了课文的主要语言点之后，我们来总结一下本课中的基本句型。I come from England. I'm English. 我是从英国来的，我是英国人。What's the weather like in the north? It's often cold. 北部的天气怎么样？北部经常是很冷的。Which seasons do you like best? I like spring and summer best. 你最喜欢的季节有哪些？我最喜欢春季和夏季。下面我们再来看一遍课文，请大家跟读，并且请注意 Jim 是怎样向 Hans 讲述英国的气候的。
Where do you come from? I come from England. What's the climate like in your country? It's mild, but it's not always pleasant. The weather's often cold in the north and windy in the east. It's often wet in the west and sometimes warm in the south. Which seasons do you like best? I like spring and summer. The days are long and the nights are short. The sun rises early and sets late. I don't like autumn and winter. The days are short and the nights are long. The sun rises late and sets early. Our climate is not very good, but it's certainly interesting. It's our favorite subject of conversation.
好，下面我们进入下一课的学习。通过练习句型 What nationality are they? Where do they come from? 来学习更多的国名和国籍。Lesson 54 What nationality are they? Where do they come from? I Australia Australian 澳大利亚澳大利亚人。Where do you come from? Are you Australian? Yes, I'm Australian. I come from Australia. He Austria Austrian 奥地利奥地利人，请大家注意 Austria 和 Australia 的区别。Where does he come from? Is he Austrian? Yes, he's Austrian. He comes from Austria. He, Canada, Canadian. 加拿大，加拿大人。Where does he come from? Is he Canadian? Yes, he's Canadian. He comes from Canada. We, China, Chinese. 中国，中国人。Where do you come from? Are you Chinese? Yes, we are Chinese. We come from China. You, Finland, Finnish. 好，我们用这三个关键词来做两个陈述句。You are Finnish. You come from Finland. She, India, Indian. 印度，印度人。 She's Indian. She comes from India. You, Japan, Japanese. You are Japanese. You come from Japan. I, Korea, Korean. 韩国，韩国人。I'm Korean. I come from Korea. We, Nigeria, Nigerian. 尼日利亚，尼日利亚人。We are Nigerian. We come from Nigeria. They, Poland, Polish. 波兰，波兰人。They are Polish. They come from Poland. She, Thailand, Thai, 泰国，泰国人。She's Thai. She comes from Thailand. She, Turkey, Turkish. 土耳其，土耳其人。She's Turkish. She comes from Turkey. 我们用2个教学单元学习了如何谈论国家、国籍和气候，请大家注意其中动词的用法。如果主语是第3人称单数，那么行为动词呢就要加上 s， 相应的助动词是 does。好了，请大家在课后多练习，并且复述课文。今天的课就到这儿了。Thank you and see you next time.